This is episode 2 of the fall semester of our first year podcast. And we are the peer support program. And we're just going to take a second to introduce ourselves. Do you want to go first, Olivia?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Liv. I am a peer mentor here at STI. I'm currently a junior, and I'm a film major and a fashion styling minor.
Nice. And I'm Casey. I'm also a peer mentor. I'm a music major, and I'm going to be a senior. Yeah.
Yay!
So this episode is just kind of like a check-in to see how everyone's feeling. Like, how are we? This semester has been quite the ride.
Mm-hmm.
But how have you been so far, Liv?
So, both of us have really, most of our college experience has been COVID life.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, this was like the first semester that it was like full going in with everything, like going to every class, doing that. So it's been hard for sure. I think it's like a true adjustment. This feels more of an adjustment than like when I came from high school, because like I was just on Zoom my freshman year. So like actually going to every class and stuff, it's really tiring, and I think that a lot of people are feeling it. Like the workload's heavier, all of it is just like, it feels more like what you think college is like.
Yes.
So yeah, that's how I'm feeling. How are you doing?
I feel the same way. It's just extremely busy. And for me, I was lucky enough to have my freshman year, was that like 2 years ago? OMG. It was in person.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the last time in a while that I was on campus, taking classes, not just being on Zoom and stuck in my dorm room.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, this semester, it's been weird because it's been years since I've seen so many faces, and just the new, like, regulations we have for COVID. And I don't know, I'm still trying to process that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also agree with you that I think we're definitely getting that college experience again with the overload of work. And it's just hard. But I don't know, how do you try to like cope with that?
Well, for me, I am a to-do list person, so I do a to-do list, and honestly, like, I can't say I've been coping with it really well.
Yeah.
Like, it's been hard, and I think that, like, just doing your best is what I really try to do. Like, if I am a couple minutes late to a class, like, that's okay. Like, I'm doing my best. It's like, that's the kind of mindset I try to have, instead of, like, making myself, like, feel like I'm on, like, a strict schedule, because, like, mentally, like, it's hard to be there every day.
Yeah.
And I think on Zoom, like, you didn't really have to be mentally there. So it was like, this is like having to be like mentally in school for 6 hours a day it's like going back to high school. So that's how, I wouldn't say I'm coping with it well, and I think that I try to take time for myself, and I try to like just, again, like, you're doing your best, that's all you can do. That's like the kind of mindset I have. How about you?
Yeah, I love that. I don't know, I'm just gonna add on to that, because for me, it's very hard to like give myself grace sometimes, like, because it's so busy. We're being pulled in like a billion different directions right now, just with being on campus again, we work, and then also like being a full-time student, and then also wanting to like engage in your personal life. And it seems like there's not enough time and space to like have all that for yourself. But I think being more kind to yourself and doing your best, that's something that I resonate with. Also, I'm piggybacking off you, but just organizing myself and my time to make it less stressful when it's so chaotic.
I try to like almost plan out the week before it's even happened, so I can be like, okay, this day I'm going to take time for myself, this day is a homework day, like that kind of thing. Because I'm the type of person, I like to do all my homework like pretty much in one day.
Oh my goodness.
Because I like to just get it done, and then I'm like, I get in the zone once I do it, so then I'm like, I just do hours of homework, and then I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, normally I try to do that like at least before the weekend starts, and then I can kind of just like chill on the weekend because I need to just like sleep and rejuvenate myself over the weekend.
For me, I'm a big procrastinator. I'm trying to be better at that, but
no, I am too. Like I used to have Mondays off before I worked, and I would save all of my homework for Monday, and then I'd do like all of it on Monday before my Tuesday Wednesday class, and I was like, why am I doing this? But sometimes
the adrenaline.
Yeah, the adrenaline. I'm doing my best work
Got
right
this.
now.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah. So with, like, how have you, after coming, okay, so your first year, your first semester was on campus, and then, like, halfway second semester, you got sent home. So how have you, like, so, I mean, you probably didn't have that much time to make a lot of friends.
No. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so how have you, this semester, like, done, like little socials and stuff like that to try and get more friends, because I think a lot of people are shut down.
I think for me, this is, I don't know, probably a silly answer, but I think for me it was honestly just getting more involved, like putting myself out there, because I am the biggest introvert, and also I used to be a little shy, and like it was harder for me to like, you know, get out there, put myself out there and try to like, you know, make new friends and speak to other people and just get out of my comfort zone. But I had to like push myself to do that, and I think COVID kind of helped with that. But I think for me this year, just being again more involved with like the community life at Columbia, so like, you know, getting involved with different student organizations, going, for me, I'm a music major, so I go to a lot of like concerts that we have on campus or just off campus, like gigs that people do that are like my colleagues, but just trying to find more like affirming spaces, and you know, getting myself out there has been how I feel like I've made more connection.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm also an introvert, and COVID made me even more of an introvert. So like for me, COVID was the dream because I got to stay home all the time. So when I'm not here or like working or at school, I don't really do much because I like to just do nothing. So I think that, but eventually that gets old for most people. So I think that definitely, like you said, getting into some organizations and like even just making small talk with people in your classes, like that is how I've done it for sure. But even that, like most of the time, a lot of the friends I've made have been people coming to me because I don't like to talk. But I think that that's okay. And even just like if you follow somebody on Instagram or something like that, it like it makes you feel like you have more of a community here. Of course. Which like is hard because we're on such like an abnormal campus. So I feel like and like STI is also like a whole new thing. So yeah, that's what I think. I think that's something a lot of people struggle with though.
Yeah. I guess I kind of have another question would be, and like we've been discussing kind of like a little bit of the struggles and how we like navigate that, but I want to know like what have been kind of your, you know, high points of like this semester, like things you're grateful for and things that made you feel good.
This is not really on campus stuff, but I'm super grateful for how many concerts are now happening. It feels so good to like just go to concerts normal again. And that is like, we're so close to like House of Blues, United Center, we're so close to everything. So that has been like really a big like uplifting thing for me. I think also like, I mean, not right now because the prices are insane, but like even just like going out to eat sometimes.
Yes.
But I don't even do that anymore. But like, I think, I mean, just like, it feels way more normal now. Like just going to get coffee with people or anything. Like before it was like, oh, are you okay if like we go eat inside? And I feel like now it's like, it's way more just like, hey, let's go get coffee. And I think that is what, it's like, it just, life feels a lot easier now.
It does.
And I think that is what my high points have been, for sure. And I think also just, like, I do like getting up and having to go to my class. Like, sometimes, like, just being on Zoom, it makes me so unmotivated. So, going into class is, like, that feels good, too. It makes you feel like you've actually, like, done something with your day. Instead of, like, when on Zoom, you're like, oh, I like wasn't even paying attention for the past 3 hours. You know, so it's like it was that kind of thing for me.
I would say, yeah, the same thing. Being able to just explore this city, like I haven't been able to do that for years. And there's so much, like you said, there's so much this city has to offer, from like, you know, entertainment wise, for like venues and like concerts and like restaurants, and I just have been, you know, spending more time with like friends and, you know, just having fun.
Yeah.
And I think another high point, this kind of intertwines, but just like the community I've started to build with like people after, you know, such a long time in isolation. So those are the things I'm kind of excited about.
Yeah, I agree. I think that building a community now is like far easier than it even was before COVID, because now everyone has like at least one thing that we all have in common. And I think that that helps people. We can all connect over like how our experience was, and how that affected us as people, which I think is an important common ground for everyone. We all understand that it was a rough time for sure, but now that I mean the only regulation we really have here at Columbia is like wearing a mask.
Yes.
And other than that, everything is pretty much back to normal, and now for most people wearing a mask is normal. So I mean, it just feels completely different than even last year.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what else. How long are they normally?
They can be, sometimes they're like, this can be a short one. Like, they can be like 15 to 20 minutes. Honestly, just depends on the topic.
Okay.
I feel like I'm pausing this, but I should have paused it.
So, for things that you do in the city, you said you love exploring the city now. So what are some things that get you out, even if it's for 10, 20 minutes, just to get out and kind of explore in a way that you weren't able to during the pandemic?
Simple one, but just, I don't know, walking around campus. I feel like there's so much beautiful scenery, and just, you know, sometimes I feel like when I'm having a bad day, or like, this is like usually on weekends when maybe I don't have school and I need to like get myself motivated, I'll be like, okay, we're just gonna walk around, you know, and just, I don't know, take in the Chicago beauty.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know, I know sometimes like we want to like, a lot of things we want to do sometimes are expensive, so I think just finding ways to do stuff that's like where we don't have to really like put in much financially. So again, like just strolls through Chicago, or even like taking the L and just looking at different like, I don't know, community like centers, or like I don't know, places where you can just be there and you don't have to like worry about the financial stuff and that.
Exactly. Yeah, for me, I think even just like going to the student center.
Yes.
Like I feel better because I'm not like in my apartment.
That's nice.
And I feel like there were a lot of buildings this year on campus that I finally got to go into. I would only like go to my classes and go home, and I feel like now even just like in the buildings I had gone into, knowing what's actually there, like we have so many resources here,
we do.
And I feel like people really do not know about the resources. Like I didn't even know where the digital print center was. Like it's that kind of thing. Like you don't even know how much we have. The library is such a gorgeous space, and I think that a lot of students like really don't understand what we have here at Columbia, and you got to take advantage of it. You're paying for it. So
you're here.
Yeah, so I think that it's those kinds of things, like you said, they don't require anything financially, and it makes you feel like you did something for the day. So I feel like that is something that feels good, even in the winter months.
Yes.
Campus is pretty close, so getting a nice hot chocolate or something, going into the student center. Yeah, I feel like that is just like something that people can look forward to even by themselves. Yeah.
Well, I think that's all for today. We want to thank you for listening. Again, we're the peer support program. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you all for listening, and feel free to come by SDI whenever you need anything or just to hang out. We're always here as peer mentors, and I think that there's a great community you can find here.